on, and let's take a look at what the US markets really did against that particular backdrop that we just sort of explained to you. The three major US indexes, when you take a look at them, did not do all that much, ended slightly above the flat line. And I'm talking about the S&P 500 adding just a tad bit, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq as well rose just about 0.1%. The 30 stock Dow as well added roughly 39 points or 0.1%. And that's the kind of gain that you've seen coming in for that particular index as well. And when you take a look at what else the market was looking very closely at, of course, there's private sector hiring that was better than expected in September, according to data from the ADP issued on Wednesday as well. And there's, of course, a whole host of cues that we're keeping a very close eye on, because further labor market data also awaits investors with the release of weekly initial jobless claims. The main event, of course, for traders and the Federal Reserve, as it has embarked on a rate cutting cycle, is September's payrolls report. That is also due on Friday morning, and that is also something that we're keeping a very close eye on. And that largely is the kind of handover that we're looking at when it comes to US as well. When you take a look at Europe, then you're looking at not much of a move coming in there as well, because a mixed close is what you're looking at when you look at the European markets as well, Priyanka.
Yes, absolutely. And what happens, Shreyanshi, there are a lot of action which is to be eyed on, that is coming from oil space. Now, because we have comments from Saudi oil minister also, and in fact, the entire Middle East tension. Let's see how crude pans out, the move on the crude pans out. For now, crude has clinched back to some gains. We are nearly $74 per barrel, but remember, it did fell below 70. In fact, very interesting comments which came in from, from the Saudi oil minister also. He mentioned that crude could even drop to as low as $50 if the OPEC does not stick to its production limit. But then let's understand. Now, the tension between the Iran and the Israel, that is, of course, weighing on the move, the way crude is moving. Israel's ambassador to the United States, they've also warned that Israel will have an exact painful response. And now traders are little fearful that there could be, Iran can, in fact, target Iranian oil factories can be attacked in this entire attempt. So that's how the crude movement needs to be tracked very closely. However, it has just inched up a little. It is nearly $74, but then there is a bearish tilt in the oil market inventories, along with the comments coming in from the Saudi oil ministry. So crude movement needs to be tracked very closely from here.
Well, absolutely clutching onto those gains after eking out all of those gains on the backdrop, against that backdrop that we explained to you. But let's...
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits, and then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.